What's going on YouTube? Today the topic is about ROTC, Reserve Officer Training Corps. It is a program that is offered in high schools and in colleges. In high school it is called the Junior ROTC, and in college it is called the Senior ROTC. So I did not participate in Junior ROTC in high school because my high school did not offer it. My college, I went to Rutgers University in New Jersey. My college did offer ROTC for Army and for Air Force, and then after about a year or two, we also had the Naval ROTC program come in, and they did offer the Marine option. They train you on the basic rudiments of Army leadership. They teach you tactics, they teach you land navigation. You go through some summer training programs, and then you have a lot of different roles as you progress in ROTC. They teach you how to be a lieutenant or be an Army officer, and the main test that you have is called LDAC. It used to be called LDAC, now it's called something else. Leadership Development and Assessment course. It's a 1-month course, and it is in Fort Knox, Kentucky, and you go out there and you pretty much show what you have learned for the last 3 years between your junior and senior year that summer. If you pass that course and your assessment is good, you get a grade, then you are eligible to commission as an officer in the U.S. Army. And depending on how well you did in that course and your GPA and your major and your extracurriculars, you will get the option to go either active duty, which is often more competitive, or you'll go National Guard or Reserve. But at the same time, some people, they do choose to do National Guard or Reserve just because then you can pursue a civilian career as well. So one great thing about ROTC is that your tuition is completely covered, and on top of that you'll get a stipend starting with about $350 when you are a freshman, and then as you progress up to $600 as a senior. Books are covered. Any other expenses that you would normally have for being a student in college, it is all covered except room and board. Some colleges, they will offer you free room and board just because you are in Army ROTC and they have a lot of respect for military members. My college did not, but I know some colleges in Texas, if you are in ROTC, they will offer you free room and board. So in my college, in Rutgers, they did not, so I had to pay that out of pocket. With that being said, you will graduate with whatever major you have done with a commission, which means that you have a job now. Especially if you do active duty, you have a guaranteed job and you have no debt, zero debt. And if you play your cards right with enough knowledge, you have some savings and you may even have invested some of the money. So you're way ahead than your peers who did not do ROTC, who just did a regular college life. What I did something different. I did do ROTC, but at the same time, I was enlisted in the National Guard as an infantryman. And I did that because back then, and still now, I love the military, and I just wanted to be exposed to military as much as possible. So I enlisted in the National Guard as an infantryman so that I could go to basic training in Fort Benning, Georgia, and get trained as infantrymen, because infantrymen, they are the experts, all weapon systems, so you are a true soldier. Being in the National Guard, you work a little bit more. You'll work 1 weekend a month, and you'll work 3 weeks to a month over summer, but you'll get a drill pay and you'll get GI Bill. To give you some numbers, in freshman year I was making about $1,000 every month with no debt, and as a senior I think I was closing into like about $1,800 a month. And this is all untaxed money, by the way. It is given to you as an allowance a lot of the times, so it is non-taxable. But your drill pay, it is taxable, but because you're below that limit that IRS considers even taxable, you end up paying no taxes. I'm not trying to game the system, it's all legal shit. That's kind of like the financial perspective of doing ROTC or National Guard, how ROTC is. I'll make more videos about life as a Army ROTC cadet, everything I had to do, because it is definitely not easy. You have to be really motivated to get through it, especially when you have friends who are sleeping in till 10 a.m. and they're not going to bed until 2, 3 a.m. partying, drinking, chasing girls and whatnot, but you have to go to bed because you have to wake up for PT every morning. It has its own sacrifices. I'll make a separate video about that, but this is just an overview. Thank you.